Hey, did you guys know that you could move the overlay map using your middle mouse button? Also, did you know you could change the color of your cursor by holding down the control button and scrolling your mouse wheel? Also, did you know that you could directly teleport from your overlay map by alt and clicking? Hey everybody, my name is Crypt13. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video, I'm going to give you some tips when you're just starting out in Lost Ark, and I'm also going to be answering some commonly asked questions that I've seen and also that I had when I first started out playing this game. So I'm first going to start with selection chests. You're going to be getting a lot of selection chests as you progress through the game, and the number one rule behind these chests is that you should not open them right away. Instead, you should absolutely save them until you absolutely need the materials that are contained within them. Once you start unlocking island quests, a lot of those missions are going to reward you with roster-bound chests. However, once you open those chests, the items that are in them are going to become bound to your character. If you plan to make alt or are considering switching mains early on, you'll definitely want to keep the materials in these for those characters. You can of course just push your main to as far as possible, because once you progress to the higher tiers in the game, it's going to be easier to level up alt characters. The choice is yours, but as long as you know that the items within these chests are character bound, it'll help you make your decision. Take for example this Honing Shard selection chest. If you decide to open up the Harmony Shard pouch, and then later on your character moves on to tier 2, and if you have any excess Harmony Shards left over, you won't be able to list those on the market or trade them to any of your alternate characters. They will essentially be wasted materials, and you'll just have to trash them because you have no opportunity to ever use them again. This will also apply to things like the stone fragments and the leap stones. However, the really good thing about the game is that it will automatically use the bound version of these items before using your tradable ones. When it comes to engraving selection chests, you don't have to worry too much about these since engravings are roster bound. So pop these as you see fit. Next is the Bifrost system. This is a fast travel system that allows you to teleport anywhere you want as long as you place your Bifrost in that location. There is a 2-hour cooldown between each use, and it is also separate for each Bifrost. There's also a 24-hour cooldown if you want to move it to a new location. You can get past these restrictions by paying blue crystals, but this is not recommended for free-to-play players. The most optimal way to use Bifrost is to place them where your favorite daily Una's tasks are so that you can finish them quickly. This applies especially to your alt characters so that you can get to your location and complete those tasks as quick as you can. Use the Song of Escape to leave places that don't have a clear exit, or if you're just too lazy to walk to the exit. Also, don't be that guy who asks in all chat how to get off of the shipwreck. That was definitely not me. Your combat stats like crit, specialization, domination, swiftness, endurance, and expertise are essential for your endgame build. Once you reach the higher tiers, typically your builds are going to be focused on only 2 of these specific stats, and they're generally going to be split between either crit and specialization, crit and swiftness, or specialization and swiftness. Try not to have your trade skill bar work energy capped, because this resource regenerates even while you're not playing the game. And not using this energy means less gatherable resources like stone, wood, and flowers, which you'll need for your stronghold and crafting essential items later on in the game. This bar takes about 2 days to fully regenerate if it's completely empty, so using about half of this bar every day will keep it from maxing out. When it comes to cards, it doesn't need to be that complicated, especially if you're just starting out in the game. If you come across any card packs, feel free to just open them and use them because they are roster bound. The only time where you don't want to open up a card pack is if it is a selection card pack, and especially if it is a legendary selection card pack. If it is, hold on to those, don't open those yet. And then you'll also come across these items called the Eternity Essence and the Creation Fragment. There's also a green and a gold version. You can go ahead and use those freely, because what they do is that they will give your roster card EXP enhancement points, which cards are a really deep subject, so we're not going to get too detailed in this video. And then the final absolute #1 rule when it comes to cards is that you should never trash them, because you're going to need duplicates in order to utilize the awakening system. The Crystalline Aura is an account-bound wide benefit that provides a whole bunch of nice conveniences. This is typically a paid convenience using blue crystals. However, it is possible to get blue crystals as a free-to-play player. It is possible to exchange your gold for some blue crystals. Otherwise, you can spend your money on royal crystals and then purchase blue crystal bundles. Honing materials will change as you progress through the different tiers, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So make sure not to overload too much on bound honing materials, because they will become wasted, since if they're bound, you will not be able to trade them among your alt characters or list them on the marketplace. If this video helped you out so far, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, drop a comment down below, maybe even consider subscribing to my channel. An engraving tip for you guys in the early game is that you can equip 2 of your class engravings so that you can get an early bonus, since coming across the blue version of your engraving recipes isn't going to come until you reach the end game. So getting 20 on your green books and then equipping 2 of them will allow you to actually reap the benefits from your class engraving. Chaos dungeons don't just have a daily limit, but they also have a weekly limit. So if you're looking to completely maximize your materials, then you'll also want to hit your maximum weekly exchange. For example, in tier 1 and tier 2, you can exchange perception or guardian shards in order to hit an extra weekly limit of 75 stone fragments and 5 pouches of harmony shards. So if you're looking to progress as fast as possible, hitting your weekly limit in addition to your daily limit is what you want to do. The Estoque is the most highly recommended ship to upgrade, since it is the jack of all trades of all of the ships, reliably throughout the whole game, because its resistances to all of the hazardous water debuffs are all exactly the same. Ships are also roster wide, so don't worry about upgrading them on one character, because all of your characters will be able to access them. Pirate coins are a very sought after currency in this game, and you might have noticed that you can exchange Guiana's coins for some pirate coins. However, you may want to rethink this, because Guiana's coins are pretty important for exchanging Giant's Hearts, which is an important collectible for absolutely maxing your character in the end game. Guiana's coins are also a lot harder to come by than pirate coins, so that is why I recommend that you do not turn your Guiana's coins into pirate coins. If instead you really do want those pirate coins, you can convert Sun coins into pirate coins, since they have the best conversion ratio. You can use your pirate coins for a lot of things in your stronghold, so you want to make sure which currency you're using before you actually start a research. Pirate coins are very valuable in the early game, so that you can grab some songs that you'll need in order to complete some quests to get more materials to boost your character up. So you may want to consider holding off on any research that will require a lot of pirate coins. This of course doesn't matter if you are barreling through the island quests that reward you with pirate coins, because you'll make back that difference. Una's tasks and selection coin chests are also a good source of pirate coins. However, I would avoid using those coin chests until you absolutely need them. That said, make sure you have at least 16,500 pirate coins so that you can get the Song of Resonance on the island of Peto. The Procyon's Compass is a list of daily activities that you should try to do if they show up. They give you some pretty good rewards. However, these activities don't always show up every day. So check the alerts on the top left part of your screen to figure out what's available on that day, and try to do them if you have the time to. You can access the Codex by pressing Alt and D, and it is an incredibly handy resource for finding things like skill point potions and charisma potions. You can use it as a checklist to see if you've collected everything in the game. Rest bonus is a system to help you get some rewards even if you miss a couple of days playing the game. For each activity that you miss, you will gain 10 rest bonus. So if you miss both of your Chaos Dungeon runs and Guardian Raid runs, then you will get 20 rest bonus for each activity. And so yes, this means that the rest bonus is separate for all daily activities. This also includes Una's tasks. Since you only get 10 rest bonus for each missed activity, and it requires 20 rest bonus for you to actually get double rewards, this means that rest bonus will always give you a net return of 50% of the original rewards if you had actually completed them daily. What you need to know is that if you plan to use it immediately upon completing the North Vern storyline quest, is that it will auto-complete all of your roster quests. This means that any rewards that you would have gotten from doing those quests are lost. This does not apply to the permanent stat upgrades like kindness, courage, and strength potions. Only the silver, gold, engravings, rapport items, and other things like that are lost. If this video gave you the feeling that this game is too much work or there's just too much going on, then it's completely fine not to follow these tips. The last thing you want is FOMO to kick in and burnout to occur. Play the game at your own pace and have fun.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
And so it's just as Shang Li says, don't feel pressured to rush the game. Take your time with it. Enjoy everything the game has to offer. Lost Ark isn't going anywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, consider leaving a like, dropping a comment down below, and subscribing to the channel. I have links to Twitch and Discord down in the description below, so come swing by if you'd like. Until next time, I will see you guys later.